Good to see you this Sunday evening. Thanks for tuning in with us on WFMY Plus. We're here to give you the latest on our weather impact alert, continuing to track Tropical Depression Chantal as it moves through our area, pushes north and eventually northeast out of our region. Our weather impact alert is going to last until midnight tonight due to the threat of some widespread scattered showers and storms producing some flooding possible and maybe even an isolated tornado. We've already had one per morning just in the last hour or so across the region. Make sure you have the WFMY app close by. Of course, we'll continue to send you those updates for your location specifically. So weather impact, what to expect heading into the next couple of hours. The same thing that we've seen just the last couple of hours with these scattered, locally heavy downpours across the region, more so toward easternmost counties, some of our counties more so toward the west like Wilkes and Allegheny. Really not seeing much across the area, but flooding is going to be possible, especially with multiple rounds of heavy rainfall, all from Chantal moving through the area. I'm not as worried about those gusty winds, but if we're able to see a spin up tornado, of course, we'll also continue to watch for that, and that'll be the main cause for any sort of wind damage in those locations. Tropical Depression Chantal again moving northeast at around 10 miles per hour. Most rain going to be on the east side of the storm as it continues to push north. It is going to move northeast really out of our area later on tonight by around midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. These are a look at those weather alerts for our area. We do have a flood watch. This is all of the counties here in green, most of the Piedmont Triad. That is in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then you can see over here in the red, this is a flash flood warning. Actually, and this kind of encompasses most of Alamance County here, southeastern Guilford County, southeastern also Asheboro here in Randolph County, and also Montgomery County, where we've seen several inches of rainfall with more on the way. I did want to show you this here, a live look at our radar map. I am going to bring in my computer just so I can kind of storm track with you guys and show you what I've been seeing just the last couple of hours. Again, that flash flood warning for Alamance and Chatham, Orange, and Randolph counties, that's going to last until 6:15, so for the next hour and some change as we continue to track those heavier bands moving in and across the area. Again, the main threat with this storm really is and has been the flooding potential that we've seen. A lot of these heavier bands, you know, they may bring in a lot of heavy rain, and then you might get a little bit of a lull between those bands where you're seeing some dry time and then more heavy rainfall on the way across the area. Even a little bit of cloud to ground lightning we're currently seeing starting to move into the Triad. But that really isn't one of the biggest threats with this system. So I kind of wanted to show you, as we've been watching just the last couple of hours for any sort of rotation, kind of what I'm looking for. I really haven't seen much just in the last hour or two, but it really is kind of where you see the green meet the red, a little bit of rotation there. And it's really kind of more subtle in these tropical systems, as these, you know, tornadoes are more weak than anything else, but still, you know, need to take it seriously as we continue to track these showers and storms that can prompt those warnings really at any time just in the next couple of hours. A look at the estimated rainfall across the region. Again, it has been a lot, especially just to our south here towards Southern Pines. Our friends, a little over 7 inches of rainfall has prompted several flooding rescues that we've seen just from reports from the fire rescue department down there, and then toward us up to around 2 to 3 inches, 4 here toward Pittsboro, and we're starting to see more of that rainfall kind of ease up in our way from Chantal as it continues kind of that northeast trek. Storm reports just in the last 6 hours. There has been a confirmed tornado. This was in Lee County. This was actually taken in by sustained damage to a couple of hangars and aircrafts, and a couple of pieces of debris also had to be removed. Wanted to also show you another storm report. This was in Pittsboro that saw all of that rain I just showed you on the map. Oakwood Drive also has been flooded. So we're continuing to watch these showers and storms as they produce lots and lots of heavy rainfall across our area. And I did show you this earlier. I'm going to show you it again. We were upped on our severe storm risk. We are now under a level 1 out of 5, meaning isolated severe storms are going to be possible. But more than that, I need you to know that that low wind tornado risk exists for our area. Earlier on today, we had a higher confidence that really most of those spin-up tornado chances were going to stay to our south as well as to our east. But as we've been kind of watching Chantal continue to move to the north and also toward the northeast, it's kind of brought in that chance for some of those spin-ups just due to the ingredients in the direction of the storm. So it really does encompass some of our easternmost counties counties, and we'll continue to track that risk for the next several hours. Along with the isolated tornado risk, I want to show you our flash flooding risk for the area. This was upgraded just yesterday. You can see most of our area under a level 2 out of 4. The difference between a level 2 and a level 1 that you see here in green is there's more confidence that there's going to be scattered flash flooding across the area. And we have seen that just in the last couple of hours with some areas down here just to our south, like Southern Pines, receiving over 7 inches of rainfall. Us right now having received between 2 to 3, with more on the way and coming down as we speak. So make sure if you're planning on heading out tonight, you're looking for ponding alongside those roads. Just don't drive on a road if you see that it has been flooded. I want you all to be very, very careful across the area. Wind gusts really aren't going to be a big issue. The storm threat is going to continue to be low, but I do want you to make sure that you have the WFMY app ready to go for your location so you can get those alerts whenever we can send them out. A look at rainfall today across our area. Again, Siler City over around 2¼ inches. More than that again toward Southern Pines. Asheboro almost at 1.3 inches, ½ inch in Greensboro. Burlington now just over 1 inch. And we were watching some of those heavier bands kind of make their way through Burlington, and those are on the way for our other counties versus out here just toward our west in Wilkesboro, Surrey, Yadkin. Really not seeing much at all from this system. So here's another quick look at the futurecast. This system is going to continue to kind of push toward the north for the next couple of hours. We're really just going to have to be watching for any sort of signs of rotation through around 8 or 9 o'clock as this system continues to kind of swirl just north of our area and eventually move out of the region, bringing in maybe a couple of isolated showers as we head toward midnight. And then overnight, it's going to continue to kind of push toward the northeast, kind of stalling there as it does so. Wind gusts across the Carolinas, really not much for us, around a 20-mile-per-hour gust. This is currently across the region. You can see all those wind barbs showing the tropical depressions kind of winds right now and how they're all kind of circulating that middle eye right here. 25 currently a gust in Wilmington, 20 there in Fayetteville. And as of right now in Greensboro, this is what we're looking at. Lower 70s, still seeing more and more rain continue to come down. Also coming down pretty hefty right now in Burlington. We are in the middle 70s with winds out of the northwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour. High Point, same weather story, lots of clouds, rain coming down. Winston-Salem, also a couple of sprinkles, low to mid 70s across our area. You can see out toward our west, though, with the areas that haven't been seeing as much rain, lower 80s and even upper 80s toward Hickory, and that's just what a rain-cooled atmosphere can do. With all that rain moving in, cools us off fairly quickly across the region. Dew points also pretty muggy with the system bringing in those dews, sticky right now in the low to mid 70s. The highest wind gusts we've seen so far today, 20 to 25 miles per hour. Current wind gusts really up to around 15 to 20 miles per hour. Again, this alert is going to last all the way through around midnight tonight. So I want to go back to the radar just to kind of give you guys an update on where we stand. Again, these showers and storms going to be possible for the next several hours as this storm kind of continues to swirl across the Piedmont. That flash flood warning, for those of you just joining us, is still in effect for Alamance and Randolph County all the way for another hour and some change until 6:15. You can see those heavier bands here in association with Chantal, of course, in the kind of oranges and reddish color right here. That's dropping a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. You saw the rainfall map just a second ago where we saw over an inch already in Burlington, and that is going to continue to kind of push toward the west into Guilford and eventually into Forsyth as this system continues to kind of swirl north of our area and continue to kind of push toward the northeast. I wanted to show you a quick look at our traffic map while I have you here for the next minute or so. There's still a couple stop and goes here in Guilford County. This one in particular, wanting to zoom in just a little bit on this one to kind of show you what we're seeing. This is, of course, on 40 right near Westgate City Boulevard. This is on I-40 eastbound. Have some slowdowns around 15 to 20 miles per hour, probably due to the fact that we're seeing lots of heavy rainfall right now across the area. Wanted to kind of go toward our east also into Alamance County right here, also on 40, where we're seeing a couple of slowdowns right here all the way from Burlington into Mebane. One last look at our 7-day forecast. Following this system, we are going to start to dry out across the area, so that is some good news. Going to take this graphic full so you can really kind of absorb this. AM shower going to be possible for Monday with isolated storm chances on Tuesday. More unsettled weather is going to become widespread on Wednesday and Thursday. Scattered storm chances. This is a pretty typical July pattern here for your full 7-day. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on WFMY Plus with each update coming in on the hour. See you then.